Japan 169. They are often chosen by one group for their special connections with the group to be negotiated with, or at least for their capacity to relate to people in that group. American mediators are often more skilled at articulating a position, but the Japanese have developed the ability to be sensitive to the wishes of other parties and to win their trust. Americans may more easily win an argument, but the Japanese more easily win an argument with an agreement. The Americans may win an argument, but the Japanese more easily win an agreement. Japanese make full use of informal consultation and social occasions at the golf course and the geisha house to create the kind of mood where people can achieve agreements. Without importing geisha houses, Americans have ample social mechanism that should be used to create and maintain trust between key groups so that when necessary, important matters can be negotiated under optimal conditions. Costs and dangers. Some of the most serious problems likely to be encountered in imposing Japanese patterns are the following: smothering individual rights and individuality and creativity. At the national level of the United States has many safeguards, legal and customary, to protect the rights of individuals and the private groups. Japanese people, private organizations and local governments are more at the mercy of the central government bureaucrats and politicians, because the traditional attitude of Kenson Minpi, respecting the bureaucrats and looking down on the citizenry, has not entirely disappeared. Firms that do not cooperate with central government officials encounter great difficulties in dealing with the bureaucrats than those that cooperate, than those that cooperate. I beg your pardon, please. And firms that are punished for non-cooperation have no real appeal. I beg your pardon, please. Have no real appeal. The leaders of the Japanese teachers' unions have been frightened of granting the power to educational officials to establish merit ratings, because they fear this could be used as an excuse to fire teachers with deviant political views. And it was used in this way in 1949-1950. In Japan, the deviant in a group can be isolated, ridiculed, ignored, banished, murabachibu, from the group. As in the traditional village, it is a difficult one for the deviant to stand against a group or for a creative misfit to gain support he would gain in America. Those who do not conform to the narrow guidelines are criticized and pressured until they fall within those guidelines. In Japanese school, there is almost no flexibility in the curriculum during the years of compulsory education that could encourage the development of creative imagination. One should not underestimate the Japanese capacity to engage in original research, especially in projects requiring group cooperation. Indeed, this capacity has begun to increase. Yet in basic research that relies on individual creativity, the Japanese achievements lag behind those in other fields. Ignoring the variant, the opposition, and the little man. Although Japanese do make an effort to give all recognized groups a fair share, In fact, Koreans and small numbers of Chinese and Westerners, even second and third generation, are not treated as full citizens.